So I think it's important for me to make another video. This is going to be about home interiors. So in this home interiors story, it's going to be pretty quick and easy. I believe that they went after my biological father. Now, if you relate this story about the home interiors experience to what video I made about earlier, is that I talked about when I injured my back and I went over and this guy said, yeah, just put some vegetables in your back and it'll probably make you feel better. And I remember when I walked out the door, he goes like this. Well, this is what I'm going to talk about. I go into the room, and whenever he said, yeah, you should put some vegetables, and yeah, it'll probably make it all feel better. And he goes like this. And the reason he does this is because I believe that the relationship between me and my father, my biological father and me, and that relationship, all understanding, is entirely to work up against my biological father. And this is what I think the persecution of that situation was very unjustly. Because he's going to have to do, if he's still alive, he's going to have to do what he has to do. He's going to get, obviously if he's already had these kids, me and Michaela, it's very likely that he moved on. Maybe he got maybe he had another kid again. Maybe he had a couple of more kids. Maybe he's an old man as well with a bunch of more kids, some younger kids, and I got some other brothers. Maybe he ended up some other sisters and brothers that I don't even know of. And I think it's important for me to talk about because what happens is that he knows, obviously, as a person, you're going to know that people that are going to fetch out are very benefiting hope for you, because my mother, Michael Jackson, and all the things that are going on, because they did this to me. So it's very likely, in order for Sarah and Ken to make the profitable game, they'll salute somebody and then send them over, and they'll deny the connection. And it's a clean finish for the killer. It's a clean kill. It's a sniper shot right away, because then you'll have to do what you'll have to do, build another family, go on, make some more kids. And what happens is the relationship between me and Michaela, or me and my biological father, could ever evolve, and then dismisses it's an entanglement of strings that entirely works against me and him and my mother, because there's no security, there's no bonding, I'm not looking for another father, but I think it would have been nice to have been benefiting from it, from where I come from. I'm from the U.S., obviously, but what is my ethnicity? Exactly. Am I Brazilian? And is he from Romania? My mother said the word Romania. Maybe he comes from maybe his parents immigrated from Romania to Brazil, and then he said he was from Brazil, or maybe he was from Mexico. But to my understanding, I don't recall him saying that he was from. And I think they were saying Roberts or Roddy, I think, was from Mexico. From Brazil. I don't think he was from Mexico. I think he was from Brazil. But anyway, I don't know what those stories are. For me, I think it's important to say, because when a total stranger, because this guy was very skinny, had a few tattoos. I know was gay, but he was kind of a crazy, out of prison, skinny guy, crazy guy, gay, with a couple tattoos. Had a tie on, had a long sleeve shirt, and some slacks, looked like somebody just gotten out of prison trying to fix their life, and there was somebody just hooked them up, But I think it's important for me to say, because I don't know the entanglement of so many other things, because you don't understand that all disadvantage is always going to play against my biological father. Because I think that the person that saved him was Michaela's life. I think the fact that Michaela's half white from a white woman, and the fact that she's so beautiful is on the outside, like a model figure, which I think is what other people got attracted to want to help her. Even though there's going to be a lot of bad, that was going to be the leverage. It wasn't going to be like my side of the family, all stuck Mexican garbage shit. throwing my sister to the curb, and it's Keynote, traveling the world with Headcrack with their own TV show with 50 Cent and, Dave Chappelle and all the celebrities, forgiveness, I got cancer, kidney problems, oh, Jesus Christ, oh, hallelujah, oh, look who's stupid again. It just goes on with problems, no matter how right I know I am about this, and that's exactly what it was. That's how good I am at this. So, I think it's important for me to say this because, how the dismemberment happened with this situation, because it works against my mother. My mother's not in any good mental state. I tell you that right now. Obviously, I wasn't been in the picture for 20 years, but I hopefully think that this brings some beautiful colors to whoever it is that they can fix to put some light on whatever it needs, on these shadows and dark, to help us through our beliefs and through Jesus and God. It's hard to walk away from church, and when you go to a good church, or even when you go by yourself, to feel horrible. It's always a good feeling. Something, and we had this purpose, and God had created all around us to be better humans. But there's something more to us than just same question from the very beginning. But I think it's important. So as far as this goes, the situation is. I also wanted to talk about another thing. Because before I get into that, when that guy talked about putting the vegetables on his back or something, he looked like he's looking at that Mexican guy. And you got to understand, that Mexican guy and that blonde-haired white guy that's real tall, that's there, skinny. The reason that guy was about to retire, said he was the president of the company. The reason he's doing that is because they're making a mockery of my biological father, of how Ken Cooper made me born. Because this is exactly a year before. This is almost exactly a year before my father. No, this is about 6 months before my father passes away. So by this time, by this moment in time, I don't know if that was Roman. I don't know, maybe they shot me in my back, my spinal cord, because Roman had just gotten into a car wreck, but I know that wasn't it, because I don't think that was, I don't know, maybe that's why. But, so I think it's important for me to say something about this. Also, because the persecution that comes from the LBG that would have been attacking my biological father, because you don't know what the fuck's going on. You don't understand. When you have that many people, it's just like exactly what happened to me, and exactly what happened to my mother. You're not going to get a quality life that you really deserve. You're just going to have people pick away at it until you're dead, and they will, and they did, and they will do that just like they did to me. For so many years. So, but moving on, I want to talk about one other subject. I believe that Michaela, I'm not trying to play psychic, I think Michaela went to Creekview High School. I believe she went to Creekview High School. I think she could have gone to Louisville High School as well, or something in Louisville High School, or maybe spend a year there, a semester or something. But if I were to take a rough gamble, she either went to Creekview, at least for a period of time, or Louisville. Either one of those two schools. That's what I'm going to say she either went to. I don't feel that I get this huge impressions that I feel that I'm like Creekview, and I know this sounds so disturbing, but I don't know how to explain this. I feel like I get these visions of myself of the name Michaela, or the Michaela's being said, or someone maybe saying Creekview to me that said something that I got a sister there. And no one ever told me I had a sister, but, if I'm in high school and someone says, like, the word Michaela, and they look over at me, the teacher, I'm also picking up that energy vibe and those expressions, and I then play that off in this recorded mind of mine, even if it's the side of my eye, if I do happen to pay attention and catch it. But I don't call, I might have heard the word Michaela. Michaela, by the time I was in 5th grade, Michaela was in first grade, so I'm 4 years older. Now, I would have been, I would have been, unless she skipped a grade, but like I said, I think it's important for me to say something about this. I'm trying to get the yearbooks for R.L. Turner. They're going to send me one for Creekview, and I'm going to go through them just to take a look at my graduation year. I don't think that I'll be able to get the one from Creekview for the one Michaela would have graduated in. Maybe, hopefully I can. Maybe then I can find out, but I'm not going to go through every high school. I won't be able to find out, maybe get a 2007 yearbook for Michaela at Creekview. Maybe that could tell me something. But anyway, also, Frankie went to R.L. Turner, so yeah. So I think it's important. And the reason I wanted to talk about this, I wanted to talk about this. This is what I'm trying to get to. When I got raped by the transgender, I was walking down the hall and I talked about that. I don't know if that was Cisco's sister or not. It said that was her sister. When she said it, she wasn't looking directly at me. She was looking to she goes, yeah. And she was walking like this. She goes, yeah. She goes, yeah. And that's my sister. She goes, yeah, that's my sister. And she's looking straight ahead. She's not looking at me like she has a premeditated something that's going on. The reason I say this is I think it's important because I don't know if someone came into Michaela's life that could have put her in any type of publicity where she was in a magazine, she was in anything that would have made her famous, or Kim Kardashian would have put her famous, or whatever, whoever, the Kardashians, I don't know. The reason I think that's important, because that's a retaliating tool to why then other people would be motivated to come after you for this. You can make what you want, there were still laser beams, and it still continues. So, as I'm getting stuff in my mind, I kind of just purge and let you know where I am mentally, other than they can just tell what I'm thinking by looking at the camera or using the sensors. So, yeah. Father, the Mother, the Holy Spirit, yeah. So, I hope that I did something good for Frankie. So,